Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Zelda Bomb Squad. As always, I am your man, Crazy Juan, and we got something good for you guys today. We have the remake of Resident Evil 3. Came out last week. Got it for free. Thank you very much. So as per my agreement, I'm playing it for the channel. Now, before I begin, let me just go ahead and say I have played the absolute dog shit out of this game. Okay? Because I think this game is great. I think they knocked it out of the park with this. But before I start playing, let me just go ahead and address a few things. Okay? Because I don't want to do this during the beginning, because the beginning sequence of this game is just fantastic in every single way. So, let me just address a few things. I have seen nothing but people ripping, complaining, crying, moaning, groaning, griping, and bitching about this game. And for the life of me, I cannot figure out why. I mean, some of the things they're saying, like, let's put it this way. Like, long story short, people expected way too much out of this game. And they did not get everything they wanted, and now they're crying about it. So many people are saying, well, this game isn't worth $60 you pay for it. It's like, okay, why? Why is this not? And there's a few points that people have brought up. A, there's no big spiders. It's like, okay, there were no big spiders in the remake of Resident Evil 2. Nobody complained about that. Then people were like, oh, you don't get to see enough of Raccoon City. Big deal. Who really cares? You get to see enough of Raccoon City, and it looks fantastic. Then you got people saying, oh, well, they cut so much of this game from the original. They cut it all out. It's like, yeah, they did cut out a good deal of it, but they also put in a bunch of stuff that's not in the original, so who gives a shit? Then you got people saying, oh, well, you know, I don't like it because there's not as many puzzles as there was in the original. Okay, that's true too, but here's the thing. Resident Evil 3, the original one, had one of the most convoluted puzzles of all time in the clock tower. Those little clocks with the crystals, the obsidian crystal, the whatever type of crystals, you gotta get the middle clock to strike midnight. Well, there is no rhyme or reason to that puzzle. Okay, there's not. It's convoluted. There's no hints. There's no help. That is trial and error at its best. You have to pick. You have to play and choose, pick and choose, switch and switch and switch. It's dumb. And thank God they don't have it in this one. Oh, well, there's no clock tower in this one. Big deal. There's a sewer system in this one that is not in the original. So I understand when people are complaining about that. Then one of the biggest ones is people are complaining that this game is too short. Okay, the original was not that long. The original was pretty short in its own self. And another thing about that is none of the earlier Resident Evil installments in the series were known for their length. The first round is going to take you a few hours. Once you've gotten everything down, I mean, the first time I played this, it took me like, I don't know, 3.5 hours. Second time I beat it took me like an hour and a half. That's because I already knew what to do, and I knew where everything was, I knew where everything went, and I knew what to do. So, I still don't understand that logic. None of the earlier Resident Evil games were known for their length. But the biggest thing, well, there is another thing that I will agree with in a complaint form, is that there's no choices that you can make. There's no live-action choices. Okay, that made Resident Evil 3 unique, so that's fine. But another complaint I got was that, oh, that big opening sequence in the beginning, that got changed and got completely taken out. Like, okay, yeah, it did, but I can very much argue that the beginning of this game is far better. And of course, the biggest complaint that I saw, the biggest complaint is about the Nemesis himself. And I cannot figure out why. They killed it with the Nemesis in this game. They really did. Because, like, oh, well, you know, the majority of your Nemesis encounters are all cutscene stuff. No, it's not. I'd say maybe half of it is. But see, here's the thing. During those cinematic scenes with the Nemesis, they are badass in every sense of the word. They really are. And they made Nemesis so much better in this one, because in the original one, all he could do is run and clothesline you, punch you, use his tentacle thing, his rocket launcher, if he ever has it, and do his, like, double axe handle from above himself. That's it. That's all the Nemesis does. In this game, I'm not going to say all the things he can do, because I'm not going to include spoilers, but he does so much more in this game. One thing being, the Nemesis in the original, if you're far away from him, he'll just run at you. In this one, he will run at you, but if you knock him down and get a little bit of distance away from him, he will leap into the air and cut you off. Okay, there's that. He's just so much better in this game, as you all are about to find out. So, my God, these people are just... See, that's what spoiled rich kids, that's what sucks about them. Because when it's time for them to make their Christmas list, they, oh, I want this, 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 I want this. And yet, when they only get, like, 5 things out of their list of 30, they are like, well, this Christmas sucks. It's like, okay, yeah, you expected way too much, and when you didn't get it, now you're upset. That's all it is about this game. That's it, in its entirety. Like me, go back and watch my remake playthrough of Resident Evil 2. Of course, I was drunk, which I'm not anymore. I'm sober, but go back and listen to that. During the credits, all I said was, Capcom, please give me a Resident Evil 3 remake, because all I want is a graphically enhanced Nemesis. That is all I want. That is all I want. And I got what I wanted, so I'm happy. I asked for one thing for Christmas. I got it, and I am completely happy with this game. So that being said, everyone that's been crying about it needs to just shut up, because this game is very close to a masterpiece, in my opinion. And like I said, I've already played the absolute dog shit out of it, as you're about to see. Because I've done everything. I've already gotten the Platinum Trophy for it. I've already unlocked all the models. Go me. All 30 of them. All 30 concept arts. Go me. I have bought everything that you could possibly buy. Trust me, I did all this pretty much in a weekend. The weekend I got it. And of course, I've already completed all 58 challenges. Hence why, So Long Raccoon City is #1. Completed all the challenges I've already done. Absolutely everything. So, now, I just have to keep up my end of the deal and just play it for the channel. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. 7 minutes into it, I just reviewed it. This game is great. So, here we go. Let's see. So, for the regular, we're just getting... I mean, the only thing I haven't really complained about is Carlos's hair. That's it. But, other than that, we're going to play with original costume Jill. Look at that. Look how I've played this for almost 40 hours. And look at that. And this is another thing. They said they complained that there's no mercenaries in this. Yeah, but there's an online game, which was not in the original, so be quiet. And in the original, you just had normal mode and hard mode. No, it was easy mode and hard mode. That was it. That was it. This one is so much different. You have assisted, which is easy. Standard, which is normal. Hardcore, which is hard. Nightmare, which is harder than hardcore. And they give you... They'll switch up enemy locations and item locations, and they make the enemy stronger, and they make item. You know, when you make ammunition, you get less ammo. And Inferno Mode is even harder than Nightmare Mode. Inferno Mode, you're basically 2 hits and you're dead. Like, that's it. And somehow I managed to get an S on every single one of these. But that one was a... Boo, man, that was bad. And I'm only going to be playing on standard because here's the thing. I like to enjoy... See, look at this. Look at that. Enemies are more aggressive. Enemies' attacks are much stronger. Enemies and items appear in different locations. Enemies are even stronger than in Nightmare Mode. Fewer typewriters and item boxes can be found. Autosave is disabled. Which is another thing. People complain that there are no ink ribbons. It's like, are you serious? There are no ink ribbons in Resident Evil 7. Nobody bitched about that. But I'm not going to play it on Assisted because that's a little too easy. I'm not going to play it on Inferno, Nightmare, or Hardcore because I just want to sit back and enjoy the experience. Okay, that's all I want to do. For you guys that just want to enjoy the experience and show you the story. That's it. I'm not one of those guys that are going to sit there and just dodge everything just because I can and play dodgeball. No, I want to actually enjoy this. I want to show you guys the environment and everything like that. You don't get a chance to see that with the speedrunners. You really don't. They did so good with this.
This pandemic has spread faster than any disease in modern history.
Kind of like the C virus in real life.
Authorities are bracing for more rioting tonight.
He was knocked unconscious.
A citywide emergency has been declared.
CDC has quarantined the lower Midwestern region of the U.S.
Commitment, honesty, integrity.
Like, honest to God, like, I don't know how many times my jaw just dropped when I played this through this the first time. I have no idea.
this foundation that will continue to build a brighter future for all of us.
Well, that guy just screams dickhead. Oh, making the nemesis. Woo! Woo! So good. I was trying to clean up my language, but I've already sworn so much. I just had to, because people that complain about this game are just dumb. Like, you guys just don't know what fun is. Code name Nemesis. People just don't know, like, what a good thing is when they have it. That's all this is. This game is fantastic. It knocks it out of the park, in my opinion. It's only because I didn't ask too much out of it. Like, if you're asking for all that thing that people are complaining about, you're just asking for an unrealistic game. That's all you're doing. And when you don't get it, you cry and moan about it. That's all people are doing. That's all they're doing. And for the life of me, I can't figure out why. Jill, you have some very interesting artwork in your apartment. And you seem to have been watching the Dirty Channel from back in the day. Before there was the internet. Whereas obviously I already know the answers and the solutions to all the puzzles and all, and you know, the save combinations and all that. But I'm going to act like I don't, and I'm going to show you guys where to find everything, because that's what I did in Resident Evil 2, and that's what I'm going to do in this one. It's an assisted while playing it on standard. Oh. I'm going to lay off the drugs, Jill. Looking a little worse for wear. Who keeps a gun in the bathroom? Coward. Oh, come on. You can't act like you wouldn't do the same thing if you were infected. Yeah, probably.
Gets worse every night.
I might. I don't know.
3 more days, then I can kiss this town goodbye.
Well, see, I was going to try and clean up my language, but this game swears, like, a lot more than I will throughout this playthrough, so why the hell not? If I throw in a few here and there, that's fine. Jill's report. September 26, 1998. It's already been 2 months since that mess with Umbrella. Thanks to the suspension, investigations haven't progressed exactly as I'd hoped. Perhaps this written record of what I found will prove to be my final duty as a STARS officer. I can only hope that it helps lead to the truth. The T-virus. Those infected by this virus seem to become literal zombies. It appears to be communicable via several different avenues outlined below. A bite from an infected individual allowing the mixing of bodily fluids, unless you have an herb. Contact with crows, which aren't even in this game. Which have eaten infected carrion, again, unless you have an herb. Due to the strength of the virus, airborne infection cannot be discounted, unless you have an herb. It should be noted that those who survived the incident have not yet developed symptoms, because they had herbs. It's unclear that whether this is because the virus has a long incubation period, or because we just happen to be resistant to the infection. No, that's not true at all. We gotta remain vigilant even after this investigation period ends. As for me, aside from the minor difficulties sleeping, I seem to be in fine shape. I agree. Still, I shouldn't get too hopeful. After all, this could be just an extended incubation. Or a quarantine like most of the countries in right now. Investigation notes. Umbrella Pharmaceuticals Company. Industry leader in market share. Focuses on military weapons development, while maintaining a cover as a pharmaceutical company. Also secretly developing bioweapons. T-virus outbreak at Arclight Mountain Research Facility predicated the mansion incidents. Conspiring with Raccoon City leadership. Large donations to Mayor Warren's office. Effectively controls the city. Ooh. Wait, what's this? Unsealed envelope. They've got me pinned down at home, as most of the country is. Guys across the street are watching me from their window 24/7. Are they Iron's men? Umbrellas? I don't know, and there's no real difference anyway. I know what they're trying to do. They want to wear me down. Torment me into compliance, and it's working. I'm barely eating and barely sleeping. I'm going crazy. I feel like the living dead. But I won't let them win. I have to get out of this city and find a way to make them accountable. They'll send someone to silence me, of course. Epic foreshadowing there. If you hear that I've been killed or whatever it is they do to people like me, you must pick up the investigation where I left off. I've enclosed my files. They'll tell you everything you need to know, as long as this package isn't intercepted. I'll be moving out at night. 5 days. Wish me luck. Good luck, Jill. Whoops. I could have sworn there was a fourth one around here. I'm not going to show you guys where all the files are. Like, I'll get most of them. But if I can find them all... Oh, there it is. Message from a colleague. To Jill Valentine. Hey, hotshot. How you holding up? I still can't believe Iron suspended you. It's such bullshit. He ought to pin a medal on you for making it out of that hellhole back in July. Of course, you're going to poke around and ask questions about it. I hope you're not mad at me for keeping my head down. Everything's been happening so fast. Stars was the pride of the force. When the chief disbanded us out of nowhere, I thought for sure I was going to lose my job. Word has it you're planning to leave Raccoon City. I figured you wouldn't take the suspension lying down. Just promise to watch your back. Umbrella won't sit by while you try to dismantle their business. Take care, Jill. Brad Vickers, Stars Alpha Team, now and forever. P.S. Had to slip this message to the pizza guy to avoid detection. Enjoy the extra large mega meat supreme. It's on me and the guys. Well, she clearly didn't enjoy it that much. So, okay, we're going to stop the episode there. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining me. Don't forget to join the Bomb Squad, like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to leave me a comment below. Let me know how I'm doing, and we will see you all in the next episode for what has to be, honest to God, the best opening ever. So we'll see you guys next time. So until then, you all stay classy.